Alright guys, I am finally back to do another track guide. It's been a long time. Work and life has been hectic. Been doing 70-hour weeks, but I'm back. So let's take a little look at this Red Bull at Spa. Love Spa. Red Bull's okay. The rain makes things interesting. Let's take a look. Quick hint, turn up your temporary exposure to see the track better. Alright, so here we are coming out of the bus stop and heading down to La Source. Already you're going to be struggling for traction, so you're going to have to be really careful on the throttle for a lot of this lap. Heading down now to La Source, braking point is before the 100-meter board, and you want to get it down into second and watch how early you need to get on the throttle, but it's part throttle, and that's going to be key to a lot of this lap, is playing around with the throttle a little bit. So notice here, mid-corner, there's the throttle coming on, but it's not full until now. And now we pin it all the way down the hill to Eau Rouge. When we get down to the bottom of Eau Rouge, we'll run it through at full speed, and then I will take it back and we'll watch it in slow-mo. You can really commit to it, and you can cut quite a lot. So we cut on the left here, little bit off the throttle, back on it as fast as we can. Take a lot on rattle on there, and we're heading down the camel. So look, we're over to the left, lift, and then as soon as we hit this curb, feed the power back in nice and smooth, keep the car relatively straight, a small flick to the left here, and you're already flat out to hit the camel straight. So we've got this run now all the way down to, I think is it Les Combes? I think it's Les Combes. And we're just waiting, taking a breather, looking for our braking point, which is going to be somewhere around this puddle on the left, maybe 125 meters, something like that. You need to get the car down to second. Don't necessarily be on the far left and hit those puddles. Kind of just be to the right of them. And as we come off the brakes in second, the rear of the car is going to rotate and help us get around this corner. We want to take a tiny little bit of curb maybe, and the same on this left, but not too much, and avoid those puddles. And then you can kind of be flat through this corner. Don't take too much curb. Don't hit those bollards, because they will actually affect this car. And we're coming down to the next braking zone just after that puddle, but before the curbing on the left. And you want to kind of take the middle line in this corner. You don't want to necessarily get to the apex. You don't want to be too wide either. There's a lot of marbles out there. But there's a quick line through the middle of this corner, and you're off throttle for a lot of it, but you need to maintain that momentum. That's kind of key to this one. There's quite a lot of time in it. It's a really awkward little corner. I put it down to second and then bring it back to third so I can ease the throttle in. Notice how it's not full throttle until right there. Bring it over to the right, a little bit of brake, and early on the throttle again. It's part throttle until you feel you can really feed it in. And now we're coming down to, what's this? This is Blanchimont, I think, isn't it? No, not Blanchimont. Anyways, doesn't matter. So braking point is just before this 50-meter board, and turn in is kind of towards the end of the curbing, and you're going to carry a lot of speed through this, and you're going to hit the throttle in fourth, and the car is going to want to slide, but you can control it quite well on steering, and just lightly ease off the throttle if you have to, like tiny little bits. So kind of watch this a few times, see how the throttle is coming in, but it's not full. It's just ease in, and then we're not full until now. And then we do a little short shift to fifth and run all the way down here. Now braking point again is like kind of before this puddle. Maybe it's like 75 meters, 80 meters, something like that. And again, you want to take sort of a middle line through this corner. You don't want to get too close to the apex. That curb and the bollard can spin you out. So try to avoid that. And there's some puddles you're going to sort of guide yourself through. So we're on the throttle again, part throttle all the way through. A slight slide to help you rotate the car into this next bit, avoiding that puddle on the inside. Probably could have carried a little bit more speed through there. And again, same with this corner. You don't want to hit those puddles on the inside. You just kind of take a middle line. You can use quite a lot of curb here and knock it into fourth. You'd be surprised how much throttle you can give it through here. The car will slide all the way out, but you can give it a lot of throttle, and that's going to help you all the way down this this back straight. I think it's called Paul Frere. And now this is Blanchimont, I'm sure it is. I love the track, but I can't remember the names all too well. Throw it in, knock it down to fifth, a little bit of a lift in the middle of that, and keep it pinned. Watch that a few times. Braking point, look out for that white line. We just passed it. If you go back, look out for the white line on the ground. Just after that white line, just around the 150-meter board, maybe just before it, hit the brakes. There is so much time. in the bus stop. So you're going to want to get this down to first gear, and again, as you release the brakes, it's going to help the car rotate through this corner. You need to get a little bit of throttle between the apexes, and you just need to kind of get throttle early, but just like a quarter throttle, and then ease it up to a half, and then ease it up to full throttle so you can maximize traction. And that is how you get gold around Spa in the wet in this Red Bull, especially on controller. So yeah, if you guys aren't aware, I do all of this on DualSense on PS5. Just want you guys to know you can get gold with a controller. Sometimes it might feel you're at a bit of a disadvantage to those wheel guys. You can do it, trust me. So yeah, it's really good to be back. Let me know in the comments if this helped you in any way. Let me know what your time is. Let me know if you've got any hints or tips, because I'm still like 2 seconds off the absolute top guy. This lap I think was 71st in the world at time of recording, so it's a good lap, but that top 10 times are ridiculous at this one. I mean, hats off to those guys, amazing laps. Let me know where you think I can gain that time, because I would like to really get like into the 37s if I can. That's my aim. But yeah, we'll see how things go this week, and it's really nice to be back and give you guys a video. So yeah, hit the like button if you liked it, hit the subscribe if you want to, all the cheesy bullshit, and I'll see you in the next one.